Today, we're discovering a massive Thopter army with the help of Pia Nalaar, Console of Revival. That's right, it's time for another Midweek Magic where we battle it out to win individual rare cards and cosmetics. This week we're playing On the Edge, which means we can only use cards from March of the Machine plus the Aftermath, Wilds of Eldraine, and the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Our deck today is taking advantage of the insane value of LCI's Discover mechanic to play out a Pia Nalaar and make an enormous Thopter army. With the help of Virtue of Loyalty and Imodane's Recruiter, we'll make our evasive token army swole as hell and then sneak away some victories. Can we discover some insane combat tricks, or will we fail to find? Let's find out. Welcome back everyone, I know it's been a while, but it's time to do some more Midweek Magic, and this looks like a pretty dang good hand considering what we're trying to do here. We've got the Pia Nalaar, we've got the Imodane's Recruiter, the Geological Appraiser is a good top end, we just need another land, so we're keeping this one for sure. Let's start with a Sunken Citadel. We're going to name white, just so we have both of our colors. A little awkward being a tap land, but we've only got like 3 copies of 1-drop, so shouldn't be too big a deal. Alright, so we got Embered Veteran, so this is probably some sort of Rakdos sack deck. Not super familiar. We can go ahead and play another Pia Nalaar. And worst case, if this thing, takes the L, dies, whatever they're gonna do about it, we got another one in the backup. They're gonna swing in. I say no blocks. That sounds like a suspicious little combat trick to me. Ah, okay, they're just gonna go mono-red prowess. That is understandable. So I think what we're gonna do, I probably misplayed that a little bit. I should have waited on the land drop just in case. We're gonna go ahead and drop an Inti, and then we're gonna swing in with Pia Nalaar. So when we swing in, I think we're gonna just discard the other Imodane's Recruiter. So now we can put a counter on it, and the one of Get Lost is a little unfortunate to lose, but we have more removal spells. Opponent plays a land, and are they gonna flip the Spell Spear, or are they gonna hold up combat tricks? Raging Battle Mouse. That's a pretty good one. Second spells each turn cost 1 mana less. Yeah, that's gonna be a little tricky, especially with our opponent playing so low to the ground. Torch the tower on the Inti. I get it. I get it. We're taking 5 down to 13. Yikes. That is not what I wanted to see. We're getting a little land screwed over here. We will just swing in, and I guess since we want to hold something up, we'll play the Imodane's Recruiter. I mean, I guess I could have gotten in for an extra point of damage. That's kind of on me. This does not look good. I'm pretty sure this probably means Monstrous Rage, but just in case, we're probably dead if we don't block here. There's the Monstrous Rage. Yeah. You got another one? Okay, so we're still alive. There's still a chance here, guys. There's still a chance. There's not really much of a chance. Alright, well, GG's. We'll get them next time. Alright, so we're playing first again, and this is a pretty dang good hand. We got some exile-based draw, we got the Pia Nalaar, we got Inti, there's so much going on here. I think we're pretty good. Unfortunately, we're gonna be a little bit slow, but again, we don't have many 1-drops in this deck. We're mostly centralized on the 5 and the 5 and the 2-drop slot. Alright, I guess they didn't want to face us. Aw, man. Well, we're getting to the point where almost all these rewards are gems. I'm probably just going to end up showing the ones that actually matter, because, I mean, this isn't interesting at all. Alright, so we got a really slow start here. I think this is probably keepable enough. We've got the Invasion of Gobakhans here that we can use on the early turns so that we don't have to drop Pia Nalaar into removal. We do have some removal of our own. We got some card draw. I mean, I think this is just about as good as we can ask for. Our opponent is on white. That's a little scary. White is pretty good this time around in standard, so I mean, this could be a lot of things, although we're missing some of the good white removal spells. Get Lost is pretty much as good as it comes here. We got the Charming Scoundrel. Gonna become a Goblin Guide. That is fine, that is fine. I wish we were going a little bit faster. We could genuinely use some more lands. Coppercoat Vanguard. So this is just humans, isn't it? This is just humans. Alright, we are down to 15 already. Another Pia Nalaar. Would have liked to see a land. I think we're gonna go for a Ren's Resolve, hope to hit a land. And then next turn, we've got some removal, we got some blockers. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see here. Alright, opponent. How are you flooding the board? You gonna play some Imodane's Recruiter? Oh, sheesh. That's not good. I think we're pretty much dead here. We did not get much help from our from our suite of removal. Oh, brother. Well, we'll do what we can. And I think we got to torch the tower on the Coppercoat Vanguard. And then we just take a bunch of beats from the Animpakal. Yeah, this is not going to go well here. They've definitely got some kind of combat trick. I smell Monstrous Rage. Every time I see a red deck, I'm just smelling it. Yeah, what did I tell you? All right. Good game, good game. Oh, we're still alive. It don't even matter. Well, that was early. Sure. Let's just kill the Animpakal. All right, we're out of here. See ya, buddy. Well, hopefully our land issues won't be a big problem here. We got the Torch the Tower, we've got the Invasion of Gobakhan. I think we can slaughter our opponent even if they are on some sort of like red deck that's just going to try to burn us out immediately. We'll give this a try and see where it goes. So we'll play Bivouac, and then depending on what they do, we've got removal or we've got hand disruption. This is probably, if this is Selesnya, I'm guessing probably 1/1 counters. So let's just go for the Invasion of Gobakhan, see what our opponent's up to here. This is, yeah, this is definitely a 1/1 counters deck. I mean, the Elspeth Smites are a little unfortunate, but at least we know about them. I think we're going to have to take the Fairgrounds Trumpeter. Now all their creatures are going to be leaning to, like, what, turn 5? If they even hit the lands on time? Have you got anything to play, opponent? Probably got something. There's the Norn's Inquisitor. Well, our deck did not do what we wanted it to. So I think we just hold up our mana here. This is not going very well, is it? There's 23 lands in this deck. How can I not hit more than 3 of them? They're going to incubate. I just need to see this. It's a triggered ability, so we can respond. So let's respond with this Torch the Tower. Take that thing down. And then you're just left with a measly little 1/1. That is fine by me. Alright, Restless Bivouac, not what we want to see. At least we can get to Nahiri's Warcrafting next turn. Hopefully we draw another land, get the Geological Appraiser. That would be pretty cool. Are we going to pump up the Inquisitor? Yes, we are. That is probably the biggest Inquisitor I've ever seen in my life. Oh, well, at least we have the exact 5 damage we need to take it out. Oh, brother, this is not going good. This is not going good. Like, we know they have the 2 Elspeth Smites, but, like, we can get around that, no problem. We just need the extra mana. There's the Fairgrounds Trumpeter and the Restless Bivouac. That's less than ideal for sure. You know what? I think we just try to bait the creature out. This should give itself haste as well. Let's try to swing at the Gobakhan and see if they want to defend it. They do not. That is very good for us. Oh, well, that was stupid. There's no other word to say it. That was quite honestly very stupid of me. There's the Tribute to the World Tree. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's a very, very good one. Well, hopefully that doesn't come and bite us in the butt. And that is exactly 5 right now. I don't like it, but I think we have to take the turn off to kill that thing. Otherwise, it's going to be out of removal range. So let's just Nahiri's Warcrafting that. Take it down, and then I guess just hold up a blocker. This is supposed to be an aggressive deck, and we haven't really gotten there yet. I think next turn for sure, we go for Geological Appraiser if we don't hit a land. If we get something untapped, I guess we're just going to have to Quintorius and maybe start building a token army. Because otherwise, I think we're going to fall out of this game rather quickly. That is a big commie, and this gives extra permanents, or extra counters to permanents. That's not very good. At least we know their hand. That is a tap land. Well, it looks like it's time for a Geological Appraiser. Let's see what we got. That's another Warcrafting. This is just another one of those things. That is not good. That is not good at all. I think we have to take out the Kami. And I would love to play this land, but we've already played a land this turn. I gotta start learning my lesson about that. I can't believe I punted that. I can't believe I just declined that. Yeah, we'll take the Elspeth Smite. No problem. No problem, buddy. How many permanents have they got in the yard? They still don't have their Descend 4, but this is going to get them there. That is very, very good. Okay. Well, I guess we blocked that. I don't really want to go down to 2. Or potentially less. Sure. Go ahead, buddy. You can do that. Realistically, I think we've got to train troops here. Gives us a couple blockers. We survive another turn, hopefully hit something. But I think this game is very quickly slipping away. Yeah. Oh, this has been unfortunate. This has been a frustrating one. I swear, if I didn't just misclick and completely get rid of one of my win cons, we would be totally fine here. Let's just block that. Yeah. This game went a little off the hinges, didn't it? Well, at least we get to play Quintorius. Not quite as broken as he is in Eternal formats, but he's here. He's doing his thing. And yeah, that's not going to be enough. Alright, GG's opponent. Well, I keep saying these hands look good, and I keep getting proven wrong, so I'm just going to hope that this is okay. We'll probably play out the Inti first, get the Pia out second, maybe be able to play a land off it. I think that would be just as ideal as we get here. Spyglass Siren, what do we got? Is this a dedicated Explore deck? That would be interesting. I think we just play out the mountain, we fiend that we're just playing mono red, and then we hit them with the surprise white that they don't see coming. This is Simic, so this is probably a dedicated Explore deck. Chart a Course. That's a good one. I didn't know that was reprinted. I have made a complete collapse of my judgment. I probably should have played the plains either way. Let's go with the Inti. And I think we're not going to discard anything. I don't really want to get rid of my 4th land. Not to mention any of the potential payoffs that we have here. Sentinel of the Nameless City is a pretty good one. Alright, Torch the Tower is alright. We could potentially do something with that. Let's just name white with that. I don't see why not. Let's get in some damage. I guess we'll swing with the Pia. Worst case, like, it's gonna get the 1/1 counter. We'll discard Plarg and Nasari. I don't think it's as good in 1v1. I just thought it would be a fun card to play. Are we gonna see some blocks? Sure. So then let's just Torch the Tower. Take that thing out. I would rather not have that thing create another map token every time it attacks. Like, that's pretty nuts. Oh, we got Ohir up. I cannot pronounce the name. In the tier list video, it literally took me like 5 times to say the name properly. We got Ohir Pakpatik. That's what it's called. But let's go to combat. We'll swing in with Pia Nalaar to start. I think we discard the Torch the Tower. Weird as that sounds. Okay, we can play a land off it. That's pretty nice. So now we got some blockers in the air. And then we can go ahead and play... Let's play Geological Appraiser. Quintorius is going to have no defense. We'll cast the Ren's Resolve. That sticks around until next turn. And there's the Plague and Nasari. So, I mean, we're finally getting to the point of the game where we're starting to do what the deck actually wants to do. I'm a little fearful of the Rebound, though. I feel like that's going to probably get us. Rebound is, like, super powerful. Or they could just play an Artifact. Sure. That's fine. That's a big flying beater. Well, let's see what happens here. Worst case, we just lose a Thopter. There we go. We took out one of their creatures. That's cool. Are you gonna do something, opponent? Bounce spell, perhaps? That's what I thought. Oh, and it has Rebound. That's pretty disgusting. So let's go ahead and play Pia again. We'll play the Restless Bivouac, get a flying token out of the deal, and then I don't think we can let that live. Well, let's just go ahead and kill the O'Hare right now. Decline that. And it comes back as a land. That is fine. Let's not discard. I do want to keep the Quintorius Kand if we can. So the Brackish Blunder comes back. What are they gonna bounce? I think it'd be a little foolish to bounce the Geological Appraiser. Well, bounce the Inti. That's probably the best move they could have done. Now, the Temple luckily doesn't flip for 3 turns, which is one of the reasons why I said it wasn't so good. Turns out this card is actually kind of insane with the adventure cards, because you can actually play the adventure half of the card from Rebound. It's really weird how that works. All right, Paleontologist. This is starting to look like my LCI pre-release deck, except with a lot more gas. All right, there goes Pia. That's fine, though. I think Quint should probably get us there. That is one big Paleontologist. Is our opponent going to use the Temple? That's my question. So let's go ahead and play Quintorius Kand out. That's pretty good. And since we're not really in fear right now, I think we'll just go ahead and make a 3/2 token. Then we'll swing it in the air. Slowly but surely we're going to get there. And then play the Hidden Volcano. Worst case, if we don't draw anything good next turn, we got the Volcano we can just discover if we need to. Oh, and it looks like our opponent forgot to use the Temple. So, I mean, that's just one more turn where O'Hare Pack Batik does not come back. Ah, they're making some map tokens into creatures. That's an interesting play. Are we going to take some beats on the Quintorius front? Interesting choice. I guess we'll just go ahead and kill the maps. I don't really care about either of these creatures. I'm surprised they didn't swing in with the Paleontologist. Chart of Course refills the hand. That's pretty good. And we're going to do some exploring. That's a land. We're going to do it again. Okay, you got it. More exploring. Another land? Relic's Roar is pretty good. It's like, what, a temporary 1-turn 4/3 creature? It's pretty dang good indeed. Let's go for... We're going to keep the Mountain in hand. We're going to need it to discard the Inti. So let's go with that. And then Quintorius, I think we're just going to discover 4 here. Yeah, that's not great. I think we'll put it in our hand. Let's go to combat. Swing in with the Thopter. And then we'll go ahead and discard that mountain from earlier. Hopefully exile something we can play. Yeah, I guess we can do that. So we'll just take it. Play the Courtyard. And then worst case, we can leave up the Ox as a blocker too, which is pretty nice. Man, we were doing so good before. I think Rebound genuinely kind of screwed us over. And again, they didn't remove a counter off the Temple, so I mean, they're just taking a while to do anything here. That's an interesting play. I think we're just gonna let this go. Do they have some kind of bounce spell? Because this was kind of weird. Sorry. Kind of seems like they just KO'd themselves there a little bit. Well, let's go to combat. I probably should have animated the Bivouac, to be honest with you, but that's alright. If they have a bounce spell, they got us. They do not. Let's full swing and see where they put the bounce spell that they're so obviously showing us that they have. Let's stick it on the Thopter. Worst case, they probably just bounce the Inti. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, and they don't have anything. Alright, sweet. Good game. That was genuinely a really grindy match. Oh, not again. No. Oh boy, this is a slow hand. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this one. Let's just mull that away. And this time, that's looking okay. We do have the Virtue of Loyalty. We haven't really gotten to show off that card yet. I think we'll keep this and probably just bottom a mountain. Might go to regret that, but we can always draw some more off of Ren's Resolve. Let's go for a Restless Bivouac. We're up against a green opponent. What is green doing? We got the Gruul. Let's hope this isn't like the Gruul Prowess deck. Alright, that could be a little scary. I guess let's just see what our opponent does. So we can go Mountain Pass. And then we can flash in the 2/2 Knight as a blocker if they choose not to do anything. Nissa, sure. That's an interesting pile of cards you got there. Swing in, yes. We will gladly trade a 2/2 Knight for a Kenra Spell Spear. That thing is so annoying. Well, that feels pretty good. We're gonna probably end up playing a little bit off curve here, but I think we probably need to Warcrafting this thing. This is just Ramp City. That's probably gonna get them into something disgusting. All right, we got the Picnic Ruiner. So this is the Prowess deck. I have never seen it play a Nissa before, but sure. You do you, opponent. We'll go ahead and Ren's Resolve. Another one into a tap land next turn is less than ideal. Hopefully we can hit like an Appraiser or something of the likes. All right, we're just taking some damage, so no shenanigans on their part. That's fine. So let's play Sunken Citadel on red. We'll go for another Ren's Resolve. Draw some more stuff. And then I think we'll just go and Gobakhan them and see what they got in hand. Oh, both of those are not good. We're taking the Scorcher for sure. We're not letting you play that until turn 8 potentially. Monstrous Rage. Oh, this is where things get bad. That is 14 damage in a single turn. We are down to 2 now. Ugh. Oh, that is not good. So now we can't even really do Plargan Nasari. If we just play a removal spell, we lose. So I think we go Nahiri's Warcrafting, kill the Ruiner, decline both, and then we'll play Imodane's Recruiter and leave that up as a blocker. No attacks this time around. Well, I mean, if they got the kill spell, they got the kill spell. There's nothing stopping that. Okay, and they decide to pass. That is very good for us. We're kind of fleeting a little here. I put it in the deck. Let's just play the Plargan Nasari and see what happens. And yeah, let's just Ren's Resolve. Might as well use up the mana that we've got. No attacks, just in case of something silly happening here. They're 2 turns away from the Scorcher. Oh, no. No, we had something cool cooking. Come on, man. All right, well, we got early turn plays, but that hasn't really done much for us yet. I hate to sound so pessimistic, but we'll keep this. We'll see what comes of it. We're definitely gonna get that Sunken Citadel down on white. Let's do that. Go for the white. Next turn we play Inti. Next turn Pia Nalaar. That actually keeps us on track, and I've got the colors. Ah, we got a dinosaur deck coming up, huh? Okay. So let's go ahead and play the Inti. And let's see what our opponent's up to. If they ramp into like a dino of some kind, I guess we maybe kill it depending on what it is. Belligerent Yearling. Okay. That is fine. Let's go ahead and play Pia Nalaar. And we will go ahead and swing in for some damage. We'll discard Volcano. Maybe get a land? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I kind of saw that trade coming. Let's just play Bivouac and pass. Worst case, we've got Nahiri's Warcrafting, so we'll be able to kill whatever they drop. Maybe we can hit a land off it? That would be pretty cool. It's pretty good. Okay, so they just hit a land, which means that we have a better shot of Warcrafting into hitting a land. Let's kill this thing, and there's the mountain we wanted. So let's drop that mountain. Go ahead, do a little full swing action, and then we can set him back a turn by killing the Mana Dork. So get out of here, bruh. Next turn we got Virtue of Loyalty, Invasion of Gobakhan. Those are both very good cards to have. Now they just have to raw play another Axejaw, so that looks like it definitely put a little dent in them. So I think let's start with the Invasion. Let's invade. And what are they ramping into? Not much really, huh? I think we get rid of this. We make that a little more expensive. And then we go to combat. Let's just go ahead and hit the Gobakhan for now. Like, worst case, the pump spell, all it really does is kill one of our creatures, but I'd still rather not do that if we can avoid it. Alright, Ixali's Lore Keeper, that's fine. They're gonna go ahead and swing in. Well, since we know about the combat trick, there's no sense in blocking it. They do have this other one that gives +2/+0 first strike and treasure token? Okay. Maybe they just go ahead and play another creature. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and Ardenvale Fealty. I've never heard that term be used before. Alright, now this is where the deck kind of pops up. So we're going to go for a Virtue of Loyalty. That creates another Thopter. We get in with 2 Thopts. Swing in, flip the Gobakhan. Don't be an idiot and actually cast it this time. That gives us another Thopter. And now, each of our creatures gets bigger and the ones that attack get bigger. So this is looking to be pretty scary. Yep, that's pretty scary, alright. Alright, and the Swashbuckler's Whip. That's a nice looking card. Sadly, it's probably not going to be one that I ever play ever, but yeah, it's a cute art, alright. So how did Boros Pia tokens go? Not exactly the way that I thought it would. So the reason why I chose this deck this time around is because I've been playing a lot of this deck in regular standard, so you can include cards like Questing Druid and Wedding Announcement, and honestly that deck runs just so much better. So unfortunately, because of the theme of the Midweek Magic, we had to replace a few cards, and like, don't get me wrong, Imodane's Recruiter is a very good card, but I do not think it's at the same power level as something like Wedding Announcement. Like, I really felt that in a few games where we could have used that just to get some blockers on the back end, but this ended up being a totally fine deck for the event that we were playing. I thought it played fairly well. That last game was a really good example of how well this deck can really go off once it starts rolling, and yeah, I'm very happy with the way that we played. Except for those few misplays, I definitely need to correct that sometime in the future. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed Midweek Magic and you want to see more videos just like this, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up on all future uploads, and you can also follow me on social media at JayoticMTG on all of the platforms you see on screen, and those links will be in the description below. That'll do it for me today, so until next time, take care.